Well, happy Monday, guys. It's 3:15, 3:16. Was out here most of the day yesterday, but my camera battery was charged, so I put a little video up in the morning, then I forgot to charge the camera. But anyway, actually I don't need to turn that around. We got I got the carburetor. I took it off. Yeah, see, it's not on there. I'd actually forgotten that I threw a rebuild kit in this, but I didn't do a good enough job cleaning it up. But I never ran it, so everything's all still nice and beautiful and brand new. So I got that in there. The gaskets are in perfect shape. Everything's good. So I blew it apart. It's in here right now, getting a good soak going on. Everything with the top was the cleanest part. So anyway, that's in there getting a good soaking. I'm gonna leave it in there maybe a day or so. Let's see, I got my bike in here, so that's not gonna work. Let's go over the other side. I'm throwing a video up from the weekend, just a little mashup. It's loading right now. Actually, next thing I'm gonna do is put this this running board back on. So I got this wire here is going to the coil. This is from the ignition side of the starter switch, or the ignition switch. What I haven't figured out yet, it'll be easy once I put a battery in the thing, is the original way this was set up. You had a wire coming out of the ignition switch that went through a ballast resistor into the coil. It spliced in with a wire that came from the starter solenoid, because when you'd fire it up, when you'd engage it and the solenoid closed, the signal to the starter, it would also send a signal up to the coil with a full 12 volts to make it easier to start. And after that, the ballast resistor, the ignition switch side would take over, and it'd be, I think it was 7 volts through the ballast resistor into the coil. You don't have to run a ballast resistor with the Petronix kit, but what I have not figured out yet is if the ignition switch sends any volts at all when it's in the start position. When it's in the run position, I know it does. It sends it sends voltage all the time to the coil. That's what powers it while it's running. That's also what shuts it down when you turn the ignition switch off. But I do not know if it sends any voltage out during startup. I think that might only come from the starter solenoid. I don't know. It's going to be real easy to check once I hook the battery up. I'll be able to turn the key and find out. But anyway, if anybody knows, let me know. I'd appreciate it. And because I know when you go to start, the ignition switch is a pole right next to the accessory switch, and when you go to start, you know, there's nothing going to the accessories. So anyway, let's bring you guys back, show us what we got going on under here. Sorry for the shaky cam here for a minute or two. So yeah, I went through a lot of zip ties, pieces and parts down there of those. So we got all our wires here. They go down into, a couple of them go down into here. A couple of them go up into the engine compartment. They run all along here. I haven't put P-clamps in there because I haven't bought any yet. That's on the list. Just hasn't happened yet. Let me kind of reposition myself. There we go. Looks a little sloppy, but it's not that sloppy. But got our fuse boxes in. This is a relay for the accessory fuse box because I didn't want to run everything through the switch and the headlight. Originally, all your constant hot items were run through the headlight switch. All your accessories were run through the ignition switch. I like to have, I prefer to have fuses on those things, so I ran a second fuse box. So I got this one's my constant, this one's my accessory. The accessory runs through a relay, so I got plenty of power going to that. I'm not running very much stuff on here. I'm not running a radio or The only thing I've truly added to the truck is my compressor for my airbags. That gets its hot supply from the starter solenoid, and then it's on a relay that just gets with the ignition. So we got our this is it. That's all the wire right there. We got the rest going there. That's all my headlights, tail lights, all that kind of jazz. This is my turn signals and brake light thing. I can't hook those up until I put the steering column in. Haven't put the steering column in yet. That might get painted next weekend, it looks like. But the rest of it runs over here and all the way to the other side. So with that being said, the only thing I haven't ran, I also put my switch in for my dome light. Yeah, that dude's in there. I gotta pick up a socket and a cover for the dome light. I haven't done that yet. But aside from, I gotta terminate that wire at the coil. I just finished that a little bit ago and I had to go pick the kids up from school. But I gotta terminate that. That'll only take a minute. I already have a wire made to go to the starter solenoid if I gotta run that. That's already made. All I have left to hook up is, once I figure out which bumper I'm going to run, I haven't decided. All the wires go back there. They're right there. All I got to do is hook them up to the tail lights and turn signals, whichever bumper I decide to run. And then the turn signal and brake light wires on the for the steering column. Can't hook that up till the steering column's in, but they're all right there. Just got to plug and play that. And then the last thing I have to run, I just remembered, is the horn. I haven't put the horn on yet. So once we figure out how we're going to do that, we'll do that. But I got a relay for it and everything in the mail today. So I got everything for it. I just haven't ran it. And the ground that operates the horn runs down through the steering column and out through the actual steering box. So until I put that stuff in, I can't run the horn anyway. But that's just, those are all just a few minute jobs. Those aren't anything technical at all. But anyway, I got a radiator. Should be here, today's Monday, should be here tomorrow. Tuesday or Wednesday it should be here. I ordered a water pump today. I haven't been able to tear the old water pumps apart. I did get a water pump rebuild kit. It was only like 15 bucks, but it's just not working out for me. So I went ahead and bought it's a remanufactured water pump, of course, but I ordered it today from Napa, so it'll be here Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, they said, which is fine. I'm not going to mess with it till this weekend. Throw some paint on it and bolt it to the motor. Other than that, looks like June 25th is going to work. If everything works well for me, I should be able to fire the motor in maybe 2 weeks or so. It's kind of looking that way. I can't guarantee that's going to happen. You know, life gets in the way sometimes, but I have my long weekend off this weekend, so I should be able to get the motor buttoned up. I have to pick up spark plugs, oil filter, that kind of stuff. Throw that stuff in, paint a couple things, finish my spark plug wires, and that's about it. You know, pick up you know, the normal heater hose stuff and that kind of thing, but it's getting close. So anyway, I thought I'd give you guys a quick update. I gotta see, what do I got? Soccer game coming up, my daughter's soccer game coming up here in just a little while. And then I'm gonna try to take a nap because I gotta go to work tonight at 11 o'clock. But these got him. Mosquitoes are bad right now. I don't know what's up with it. We really need some rain here. It's raining up north of us, so hopefully it'll make its way down here. But yeah, that's about it. So hope you guys have a good work week. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope you enjoyed the Super Bowl if that's your thing. Other than that, I don't have too much else to say. I'll be back out here possibly Wednesday. Yeah, I think I'll be out here Wednesday morning. We'll see what I get done. If my radiator comes while I'm at work, then I'll probably put it in in the truck on Wednesday. I got the shrouds already painted Fan's already painted. I need to clean up and paint the little extension thing that goes on the tip of the water pump that the fan connects to. Yeah, so I'll probably knock those out maybe Wednesday. Get a couple other things here and there done. I've been making my lists, so next weekend it'll probably be, if all goes well, finish the motor so it's close to ready to fire, and then I'll probably tear into the transmission and get that set up. If I don't, then I'll do that another day, because I prefer to do that in one day where I have all day to do it. So maybe that'll happen Monday next week. And then after that, February 14th, Valentine's Day, we got Autorama. We're going to try and cruise down to that this year. Haven't been to that one in a couple years, so probably going to go to that. And yeah, so that's about it. So you guys all take it easy, be good. We'll talk to you later on this week. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. And you guys all have a good week.